Al, joining us. Welcome back.
Joining, yes. I'm with you guys.
Dr. Coley was just here. You're back.
Oh, you have Dr. Coley on because she knows things, you know. But I have a lot of opinions, conjecture, unsubstantiated claims. That's where you come.
We're happy that you're back. Okay, let's get to it. If you've left a job recently, you may know that an exit interview is pretty standard these days. You get asked all sorts of questions by HR about why you're leaving and what your experience was like. But here's a question. How honest should you be? Well, one woman on TikTok is going viral for not holding back during her interview. Take a look.
I would just like to say that working under you was probably the most traumatic and stressful experience that I've ever had work-wise. So just you moving forward, I feel that you should do less micromanaging and focus more on the objective of the organization that you're working for, and also just being a little bit more relaxed in your work environment, because you do bring a lot of darkness and negativity in any room that you're in. So that's really all I had to add.
So what do you all think about this? Should she have been that honest, or do you think that she possibly burned bridges, as some would say? What would you say, Erica?
I think she was honest, and it depends on the character of her employer whether she burned bridges or not, because some things are personal and some things are professional. I don't think it's an indictment on someone to tell them that their energy is a hindrance. I think you should provide examples of why you feel the way that you feel. But anyone who is in true leadership and a place of management should anticipate that people are going to be, or should be able to handle people being open and honest with them, because that's how you make yourself a better leader.
What do you think, Jeff?
I don't mind a little constructive criticism, even if you're the boss, right? You could always be better. And that was constructive in my mind. Obviously disgruntled a little bit, but constructive if that boss is truly trying to get better. In this particular business, it's a small world, right? So if you burn some bridges, it might come back around to bite you. If you're mean to somebody that, quote unquote, is on the bottom, that might come around to bite you. So you really got to watch what you say and be constructive and not mean about it, and give examples of why.
Good I think said it really calmly. I just want to say interpersonal relationships can be really uncomfortable, and sometimes getting comfortable with the discomfort is important, because you have to go there.
Agreed.
I don't know. I don't think it's a good idea.
Oh, okay. Well, we have one more beat, and then combine. Here we go. Another survey showing that younger people are treating their jobs like bad dates. People in their 20s are regularly ditching job interviews. About 93% of those surveyed did, and about 87% of the folks said that they completely flaked out on new jobs on their very first day. The reason most gave was because it made them feel like they were in charge of their career. So what would you ever, please comment on the other one, and then we got to get to this, because this is
really interesting.
Yeah.
I'll just say about the last one, you guys are living in a great world where people take criticism constructively and incorporate that moving forward. A lot of people harbor bitterness, and you need those people, because that's going to be when they say, oh, you used to have Erica on your team. What was she like? I hope that they're forthright enough to say she was great. It just didn't work out at the end, but they could really trash you. So I just don't see I think the risk reward isn't good enough.
Yeah, but they're going to trash you anyway, in my opinion.
I agree.
But
okay, what about
really
this?
Quickly for this, I just think that it goes to show you that younger people going out for jobs don't feel like it's going to lead anywhere. Don't feel like it's going to lead to a house. Don't feel like they're going to be comfortable.
Handle it that way. I'm sorry. As someone that has a small little candle company where maybe we've had one employee here, a few employees there, if they didn't show up to that very first day, and in good faith we expected them to be there, and then we have an order to get out, that's not cool.
I'm not saying that's right, but that young person is looking at the world very differently than you, a successful on-air host with a home and a child.
But your word matters. In my opinion, your word matters.
It does.
Real quickly, I do want to chart, because this is the younger generation, and it's not all people, but I think they grew up on the internet, and they're used to that anonymity, right? They don't have to have personal contact. That's where the world's going. When you confront someone in person that's being mean to you online, never. People are mean to me online all day. Have they ever come up to me in my life and said it to my face? Not once, and I've been around for a long time. Not one time. It's people don't want that confrontation. They don't want to sit down and look somebody in the eyes and answer questions, because they're too used to answering them behind that screen, and they feel comfortable in their own little bubble. When they have to get outside in the world, that's why I always say it's scary, this internet thing. I make my kids play outside. You only get this amount of time, because it stunts your growth socially.
Why are they walking from these jobs?
Well, hold on, but what is this going to lead to? What does this mean for the next generation? It's people that can walk away. I agree with you. People that are more comfortable being alone. So I'm asking you, what will this generation be?
You
a generation
can walk
that
away after
just
your
leave?
first 2 weeks.
Right.
Or at the end of that day, you say, you know what, this wasn't for me. How do I make this easy for you as I exit out? Because again, I'm coming from a place of your word is your word. You got to be accountable. When you shake someone's hand, you got to follow through. I don't know. Am I wrong?
I think it's just old
No,
school.
you're not wrong. I think that there's kind of a happy medium because we grew up in a generation where you started something, you completed, or at least you exit out in a way that's respectful to the situation. Sometimes we stay too long, so I can't exactly be like, do everything we did.
Right,
okay?
right. Happy medium.